Figured, yeah. A suggestion has been received from the Acharya Devas on how we can enhance and improve our sessions together tenfold. So sounds like a very good improvement. So we shall proceed with this new plan from today. Our objective, of course, is to achieve moksha level 5. And everything we do is geared in that direction. And that includes these sessions. And it's important to have these sessions because they complement the meditations that we do. We know that the Yoga Vashishta has the ability to balance individual karmic traces that exist deep in the mind, in the Manomaya Kosha, as knowledge constructs. So a new type of hybrid meditation reading program has been devised. We'll begin with listening to a section of the Yoga Vashishta for the first 20 minutes or so. Then we will close the eyes and continue in silence, and we will meditate on what we just listened to. It is like a type of contemplative meditation, always being established in the silent witness. Also, while listening to the reading, let's do that with our eyes closed and our attention inward, centered in the silent witness. So we will have an opportunity to practice being established in the silent witness and then observing from the senses of the silent witness the activities going on in the physical realm that the physical body is engaged in. So this is a very important enhancement to our time spent. So this is what we'll do from today. So please sit in a comfortable meditation posture and close the eyes. Put your attention on the silence that is always there deep in the mind. Connect with that silence. Become that silence. And observe. Observe the silent witness as the silent witness. We cannot and will not ever know the nature, the aspects and details of the silent witness. Because we are embedded in the silent witness, we cannot know it. We can only know something that is an object. However, the mind, the ego, is very, very interested in knowing everything. It's a habit. We have to let go of that habit. Don't be concerned about knowing what the silent witness is, about finding out all about it in all of its aspects. It is unknowable, because this is who we are. We are embedded in it. We are the pure consciousness, silent witness. And we can only be in that state. So let go of all attachments to the external world and just become pure being, pure consciousness. Simplest form of awareness. Continuing today, Yoga Vashishta, Book 3, Chapter 112, Verse 20. Our minds are the boats to lift us from the ocean of this world, where we are carried too far by its beating waves and thrown into the whirlpools of despair, and where we are caught by the sharks of our greediness. Let your own mind cut the mind's net, which is ensnared in this world, and extricate your soul by its wise policy, which is the only means of your liberation. Let the wise destroy the desires of their minds, and this will set them free from the bonds of ignorance. Shun your desires for earthly enjoyments, and forsake your knowledge of dualism. Then get rid of your impressions of entity and non-entity, and be happy with the knowledge of one unity. Thought of the unknowable will remove the thoughts of known phenomena. This is equivalent to the destruction of desires and also of the mind and ignorance. The known one, of which we are unconscious by our knowledge of phenomena, transcends anything and everything known by our consciousness. Our unconsciousness is our nirvana and final extinction, while our consciousness is the cause of all sorrow. By their own attention, men soon come to the knowledge of phenomena. But it is the unknowing or unconsciousness of these that is our nirvana. Our consciousness is the cause of our sorrow. This is a very important verse because it says explicitly that we must be established in the silent witness, the field of unknowing, the field of unconsciousness. This is a perfect description of something that is undescribable. Being established in our consciousness is not being established in the silent witness. Consciousness implies something to know. Being established in consciousness, we're in the field of knower, known, and the object of knowing. The field of knower, known, and object of knowing is the cause of our sorrow. We must transcend the field of knower, known, and object of knowing. That is the relative, fragmented, illusory existence. Destroy, O Ram, what is desirable to your mind and is the object of your affection. Then, knowing them as reduced to nothing, forsake your desires as seedless sprouts and live content without the feelings of joy and grief. Chapter 113, Description of Ignorance and Delusion. Avidya. Vasishta continued. False desires that continually rise in the heart are like the appearance of false moons in the sky and should be shunned by the wise. They rise in the minds of the unwise amidst their ignorance. Everything that is known only by its name and not in actuality cannot reside in the minds of wise people. Be wise, O Ram, and do not think like the ignorant. Consider well all that I tell you. There is no second moon in the sky, but it appears so only by deception of your optical visions. There exists nothing real or unreal anywhere, except the only true essence of God. Just like there is no substantiality in the continuity of the waves other than the body of waters. There is no reality in anything. Whether existent or non-existent, all which are mere creations of your shadowy ideality. Therefore, do not impute any shape or figure to the eternal, boundless, and pure Spirit of God. You are no maker or master of anything. Then why consider any act or thing as your own? You do not know what these existences are, or by whom, and from what they are made. Do not think you are an actor, because an actor can attempt to do anything. Discharge whatever is your duty and remain at your ease with having done your part. Though you are the actor of an action, do not think of yourself as such. Mind your inability to do or undo anything. How can you boast of being the actor when you know your inability for action? If truth is delectable and untruth is odious, then remain firm. Do what is good and be employed in your duties. But as the whole world is a gallery, a magic, and an unreality, then say what reliance is there in it, and what signifies pleasure or displeasure to anybody. No, Rama, this egg of the world is a delusion. And being non-existent in itself, it appears as a real existence to others. Know this busy sphere of the world, so full with its non-existence, to be an ideal fantasy presented for the delusion of our minds. It is like a beautiful bamboo plant, all hollow within and without pith or gnarl inside. Or like the curling waves of the sea, both of which are born to perish without being uprooted from the bottom. This world is as evaporated as the air and water flying in the air. incapable of being touched or held in the hand, and as precipitous as a waterfall in its course. It appears as a flowery garden, but never comes to any good use at all. The billowy sea in the mirage presents the form of water without quenching our thirst. Sometimes it seems to be straight, and at others a curve. Now it is long, and now it's short. And now it is moving and quiet again. Everything in it, though originally for our good, conspires to our evil only. Though hollow inside, the world appears to be full with its apparent contents. Though all the worlds are continually in motion, yet they seem to be standing still. Whether they be dull matter or intelligences, their existence depends upon their motion. And these, without stopping anywhere for a moment, present the sight of their being quite at rest. Though they are as bright as light to the sky, they are as opaque in their bowels as the dark coal. Though they are as bright as light to sight, they are opaque in their bowels as the dark coal. Though they are moved by a superior power, they appear to be moving of themselves. They fade away before the brighter light of the sun, but brighten in the darkness of the night. Their light is like that of a mirage created by the reflection of sunlight. Now we will continue established in the silent witness and watch the conscious thinking. Notice thoughts as they arise in the conscious thinking mind. And if a thought arises, just observe that it has arisen and let it go. Let it float up and away and be gone. Like little flecks of ashes that float up from a fire and fly away in the air. This is how we treat all thoughts from this moment. They have no significance. Every thought that arises in the mind for the next 20 minutes is going to be an expression of a karmic trace that has been balanced. We do not try to remember what we have just heard, what has just been read. We do not try to do anything. We do not do anything. We simply be the silent witness observing the conscious thinking mind. And the only thing we do is let it go. Let go every thought. Very good. Thank you all for joining.